there is a hiring, was an hiring in Facebook, and it's going to be in Peru, but it is to be a specialist in lashes. Although I don't have the experience on putting the lashes, it stated to the anuncio that even with or without experience, you can apply if you have a passport.
She was very nice. She was a good person. He treated me like a normal person. The reason why I want to work in your country because I am experiencing hungry in my place. No, it's because I want to explore new things. And she told me, oh, that's great and everything. So she told me that, okay, no problem. I can assure you that I will gonna take care of you.
I asked for the salary. She said my salary will be $400 up to $800.
I want you to know that when you will be learn more about the work, you can increase your salary. You can have like until $800 per month.
And then she said we have to go to Shangri-La to do the, what do you call this, signing of contract.
And then she told me, we have to sign our contract in the hotel tomorrow. So I went there also in the hotel to sign the contract. We was like 5 persons to sign the contract. So we signed the contract there, but I observed the contract. It was like a little bit hard because the contract was not stated about regarding the vacations and then the exact amount of overtime fee.
I have a 1 day off, and she said, yeah, we have an apartment. We have a free food, which is for I think it is for breakfast and lunch without dinner. Not stated the dinner.
But actually we are very interested to go in another country. We are very excited and everything. I signed the contract, and then because she treated me like very good, very nice. She was like very nice person. But in that case, I didn't know that inside of her she's like another person. So she was not allowed to bring us here in Peru. So she hired again an agency, a labor agency in the Philippines to process the papers and everything so that we can go out in the country legally. But the agency was not convinced, or they don't agree about the contract that I signed because, as I told you, it's not really fair for us as a worker with the employer because it's like in favor with the employer than the employee.
They agreed for 450, and 450 for a month, 8 hours, and we have overtime. And after that, we have, of course, we do have a day off once a week, and only for 1 year. It stated only for 1 year. After 1 year, we have to go back to Philippines.
I have my doubts regarding about what's happening. So I asked her, but please, because she is begging also to me. I have a copy of my email that she sent me, that she told me, please agree everything so that you can travel because I'm waiting here, you girls in Peru.
So we just communicating through text, messages, email. So she said, the contract that you have in the agency is only formality. So you can go out faster. So you can come here in Peru at very, very fast, quickly. Yeah. So we all agreed about that. That is only a formality.
So I agree, and then everything was okay. The contract was revised in the labor agency. So in that time, all contents of the contract was legal and it was fair with the employer and the employee. So we start to do the process of our papers in the Interpol near in Jackie Plaza. We enter our fingerprints and everything. But we did not expect that on that day there is another contract that we should have to sign. So we are not being informed because as we all know that the last contract that we will be signed is in the Philippines because it was in the labor agency. And then when we saw that contract that was released by the lawyer of, it was in Spanish.
But this contract, it's only a paper, and we sign in the blank paper. We have done our names, something like this, not in really contract. So I know it's already doubtful, but I still go. Yeah. And then we have in the agency, which is the legal one. And we have here contract for processing our carnet extranjería. The salary is 900 soles.
As I observed, because there is a lot of numbers, no? And then the numbers or like the salary that was stated on the contract is only 900 soles. So the thing that comes in my mind, it was another contract because it's not the same with the contract that I was signed in the Philippines because the contract that I was signed is 450. I signed the contract because I can do nothing about it. I should follow or obey the rules because I am in their hands. When we travel from Philippines to Peru, we don't have our working visa. We enter in Brazil and Peru with a tourist visa. So we enter in Peru as a tourist, but the immigration of Peru gave us only 1 month to stay. It's not really for work, it's really for tourists only. Everything was good, but day by day, things were changed. She was like another person. She's treating like the employer is not a person, not a human.
She's doing, what the fuck are you doing? Sorry for the word, but this is the word that they are using. What the fuck are you doing, bitch? Something like that.
But all in all, it's not good because it's like lack of respect.
What the fuck? Are you stupid? Something like that. Of course, he's the boss. What can I do? I'm sorry. I will do my best next time. Something like, no, you should stay in the house. You should stay in the house, clean my house, and pick up the poo of my dogs.
Actually, it's very, very hard for us because they treat us like a prison. Because in that day, there is a person from the immigration wants to visit in the salon, and then we cannot go out because they will gonna even the daughter of the owner of the she didn't want to talk with the immigration because she knows that we are illegal. So I feel that we are really escondida. Hidden in that salon. So
New rules set out. If we don't have a client, we have to clean all over the salon. So if you don't have the client, you have to clean the toilet, you have to clean everyone.
he prohibited us to speak our language. He prohibited us to talk with our clients regarding our situation, that we don't have our paper. And the worst thing that happened is he got our passport, and he hid this in his, like, something. Before, it was in his house. They put a lot of rules. We cannot speak our language because when you speak your language, you will be deducted $50 with your salary. And then you cannot talk with your clients because when you talk with your clients about your situation, they will be deduct $50 again with your salary. And then the worst thing is, that's why I told everyone that it's like we are a prison because they put cameras in front of us.
So there's a rules. We cannot talk to the client. We cannot shout. You cannot laugh, because if the owner heard that we are laughing with the client, and they will stop us. Let's come on. Let's go to office.
Supposed to be we have to work 8 hours and then Monday to Friday, but we are working Monday to Saturdays and then 10 in the morning until 9 in the evening, so it's like 11 hours. So I learned to speak Spanish. I talk with my clients regarding with my situation, and they advised me that Erica should have to go in the Ministry of Labor, in the Ministerio de Trabajo, or else you have to go to the División de Extranjería to have a report with your case, or go to the police that you're a foreigner and you are being maltreated and you don't have your passport and everything. So in that time, I was still really scared, because the thing is, we girls, the 5 girls were decided to go out, but some of them were scared also like me. As I remembered, on February 14 or 13, I was sick. I was sick on that time because I have my cough. So, but there is a lot of messages. I messaged her that, sir, I have to go home because I'm sick. He sent me back a message and told me, maybe you can take your pill and then go back to work. See, I am working a lot of money for him, but when I am sick, he can do nothing about me. On that day, I went home. I told them that, please give me my passport, give me my ticket, and I will come back home. Erica, please, you have to come back to the salon and we can talk seriously. We can talk about the problems. You can talk about me. I told him, what? Maybe if you want, you can come here, because I will not come back in your company. Your company is very bad, actually. There is a lot of people are suffering in there. You are a bad person. So he told me, you have to pack up your things and then you can go out in this house, because this house is only for my employees. I told him, how can I get out in this house without my passport? I have a client that she is a lawyer, but he gave me her number and she told me that if you will have an emergency cases, you can call me. So I called her on that time. But that time is very unlucky for me because she was in the hospital, but I asked her to have some advice. My employer is here and he wants me to send out in the house because I don't want to work anymore and everything. No, Erica, you have to stay in the house until he will give you your passport or until the end of your contract.
I said to my client, Señorita, this will be my last week because I'm going to go out. Most of my clients, they said, yeah, you have to go out because it's your freedom, because this good for you. You should not be in prison here, something like that. It's not to be like a human, you know. I said, I heard all those advices. It got me, you know, stronger. So I have to do it.
I was in the Ministry of Labor, in the Embassy of the Philippines, and in the División de Extranjería without my passport, but they let me in. In the Ministry of Labor, they get my report also and everything.
I have a plan. I will escape. I will go to Ministerio de Trabajo. So, Erica, those times before he complained in Ministerio de Trabajo, but nothing happened because the complaint is too weak because she is alone.
They tried to know what really happened in the salon and everything, so I tell exactly what happened.
Me and Erica has a complaints. I think that it will be more stronger because we are now two.
But then, as I always have in my life, I always have faith in God, and I know that all the people, even though there is a bad people in Peru, but not all. There is a good people that will gonna help me, like in the Ministry of Labor, like in the city prosecutors, in Ministerio Público, in Pescaría de la Nación, and in the División de Extranjería. But it's really hard because it's not a simple process that I had. if you are like me, a foreigner that is working to another country, you should have to stay with what you believe. You have to stay what is your rights as a worker. You have to keep on believing that you can do it. You should not have to be scared. You should not have to be like on your negative side. You should have to be in your positive side always, and then keep on praying, and then do not lie to anyone. Just keep on telling the truth, and then believe in yourself what you can do. Everything will be fine.
There's also people working illegal in Peru. They should be saved. Like me. I'm just waiting for my ticket so I can go home.
Now that I have my carnet de extranjería, I am very happy because at the end of this storm in my life, there is always a rain that, or like a rainbow. After the rain, there is always a rainbow that comes out.